Hey, what's good? Jay Boogie in full effect mode. Bun down is the sound. You know how we do. This is, of course, The Lounge Presents. We are live streaming on Twitch and, of course, on demand, all episodes, including this one on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. Today, we got some special guests in the house. We got some homies. No strangers to the lounge space, that's for sure. Give it up one time for none other than Jay Scienide and Bozack Morris.
Bra, 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 bra.
What's up, fellas?
What's good? What's going on?
Gravy. First off, I think it goes without saying, it's good to see you, dog.
Yeah, it's good to still be here, man.
It's
It
good to
really,
see you.
it's good to see you too, man. Like, it's been a minute. I appreciate all the love, appreciate all the love from everybody and stuff, man. It's just, like every day I think about it, man. Like I'm actually still here, you
Real,
know, couple of little
real.
bumps and stuff on the road, but I'm actually still here, like,
Mm.
crazy with the bad hand and stuff, but it's cool.
You know, it's just a matter of fact that the world is not ready to stop hearing Jay Cyanide.
I don't think so. I don't
I'm
think so
saying
either.
that's why you're here, dog.
I must be here for something. I'm just like, I mean, I gotta be here for something. So I'm thinking maybe it's the music. So I'm just gonna have to keep doing it. Just keep dumping them, keep hitting them with this music, man. Like,
There you go.
it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like every day I think about it. I wish I had a time machine so I didn't have to go through this shit, but still I
Right.
think about it all the time.
Bozak, how you doing, dog?
Everything's good, man. You already know what it is.
Hell yes, hell yes.
Mhm.
We're touching on something that obviously we were going to talk about. So let's get right into that first.
All right.
A little whiles back, I was on socials and I saw some really like messed up shit. I was like, damn, what the hell is going on? You know what I mean? But whenever someone drops news that they're going through some shit, you try to give them the space first. You know what I'm saying? Like if they're sharing something, I always like to give someone the space first, and eventually we'll connect and we'll be able to talk about things. Jay Sinai, you went through a bit of a health scare.
Did I? Like, man, I went through like sepsis, like septic shock, like shock, whatever. So one day I'm in New York, I'm doing a photo shoot. The week before, like I had my wisdom teeth came in. And I'm like, you look at me, I'm not like a teenager or anything like that. My wisdom teeth came in. It got infected, pushed up against my another tooth, and it was like it got into my blood. And yeah, man, like I just had like a little bump on my leg, and it was like dynamite. Like everything just went haywire. Everything just went crazy. And like I never thought anything like that would happen to me. I didn't really know that much about sepsis. Like at the time, I had a friend of mine who went to the dentist, and she had it. She went into shock in the dentist chair, and she died. So I didn't
Damn.
know it, but yeah, I didn't know anything about it. So yeah, man, like the next day, I was in the grocery store. No, I was in the drugstore, just buying some water, and I just started sweating, and my temperature went all the way down, and I just passed out in the store. Like, yeah, so I just passed out and hit the floor, came to, and I was like, I made a doctor's appointment the next day. Make a long story short, go to the doctor's appointment. They like, you need to go to the emergency room immediately. Went there, went to the emergency room. They took me straight to the back, and like, yeah, man. All I remember, I think I woke up like maybe 6 weeks later, and I died like 2 or 3 times. My family was there. My kidneys went out. Like it was just like I lost my kidney functions, but they came back. It was just like all this stuff just happened to me like this little span of time, man. It's like they give you these pressors, I think they call vessel pressors for your heart. And everything is pumping to my heart and not the rest of my body. My feet went gangrene, like dry gangrene. My hand went gangrene, which is why it's like this. So, But everything came back. I couldn't walk. It was just bad, man. I had to teach myself how to walk again. Now
Damn.
I'm running. I'm back into it. I'm not supposed to be walking now, but I am. So it's like, luckily, if I wasn't in good shape, I would. They just told me, like, if you weren't in good shape, you'd be dead. My
Jeez.
family fought. Yeah, my family fought for my leg because they was gonna amputate my leg.
Oh, snap.
So yeah, it was bad, man. It was like all of this shit just happened like at once, and I'm just like, man, I'm just like grateful to be here. That's it.
God
Really?
is man.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, it ain't been the great. Like, it's not the best days. Some days are good. Some days are crazy. Right, like for instance, like today, like I could tell my middle finger's about to fall off. So I'm like, yeah.
You need that, man.
Hmm?
You need that, man.
I
Fuck.
got one, but this one's about to. I can move it, like move it around like this. So if I move it around too much, it's gonna pop off. So
Oh, damn.
Oh man.
yeah. So I've been in a good. I'm in good spirits about it, but hey, it's hopefully to hang on a little bit longer than in my pinky, but yeah, I'm in good spirits. This is like, man, it's like I said, it's been a long couple of days, few weeks, months.
Real.
But yeah, like I said, I'm back. Still, I'm cool, still sexy. So
Most def. Most def. So this all started with the wisdom tooth?
yeah,
Damn.
I had a toothache, and like it was coming in, and like I didn't know anything of it. So yeah, shit just happens, yo. Life comes at you fast, yo.
Straight up.
Yeah,
Can
very
can you
fast.
can you break down what exactly sepsis is?
You know what? I still don't know too much about it. Like I do, but I know it definitely, like, I know it's deadly. Like, I'm not supposed to be here. Like,
Damn.
and it's like National Sepsis Awareness Month was like in September. It's like I was in a hospital then. I wanted to find out more about it. Like, I'm still researching it, like especially like in certain types. I'm still doing like research, like what I have, whatever. But it's like, it's just something like, I kind of like, I don't look back at it. I'm like, yo, I just don't want that shit to happen again, because it could happen again. Like, the whole time I was in the hospital, my tooth wasn't bothering me. I didn't really know it was my tooth. Then one day I
Damn.
came out of the hospital, and I bit a piece of chicken, and I bit the bone, and it aggravated that tooth. And I went to the dentist. He was like, this tooth needs to come out immediately. So then I was like, oh, that's what he told me, and I had to get it pulled out. I didn't even know.
Chicken?
That's crazy.
God damn. So do you still feel the same way about chicken? You don't mind me asking.
Shit, I was just in Whole Foods trying to find. Let's get some. I get the boneless.
Trying to get some.
Yo, what you mean? I'm black. Shit. Yo, I want that chicken. Hell
Well,
yeah.
yo, that's why you're here, man, is so you can enjoy more chicken.
Hell yeah.
God damn.
I could come back to Toronto. I can get some good stew chicken. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, get some good roti and everything. Yo, shit. Yo, come on, yo. But I gotta get it without the bones, and I get the boneless. You know what I'm saying? I gotta get the boneless
Yo, the
chicken.
comment sounded extra wild for a second, man. It's like, where's this going?
God damn. So this could literally happen to Bozak or myself.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah,
It can happen to
yeah,
That
anybody.
isn't that crazy?
yeah.
Yo, dude.
Oh,
It can happen to anybody. But like I said, man, I would at least expected it. Like, I was in New York that Sunday. I was like at a photo shoot. Next day, everything went left. You know?
damn.
Yeah, crazy. You never know. It's like, I see the pictures, like I see the pictures of the photo shoot, like the day before, the day. You ever look at Instagram and you see somebody who died, and then like you go to their Instagram, like the day before they was like at the park or some shit, and then like the next day you like, and then you look at the post and it say like rest in peace and all this stuff. I can't believe that. Yo,
Yeah,
that's how it could have been for me. This
that's
shit
that.
is crazy. It's eerie. It's eerie, man. Very,
No,
very eerie.
you're definitely here for a reason.
Gotta be. It
You are
gotta be.
definitely here for a reason. You
Yeah,
know
I
what I'm
got
saying?
bills. I got bills to pay.
I
Yeah, I'm here for
mean,
something. Yeah.
Yeah,
no, man, it's the art, man. This world isn't ready to stop hearing art from you, dog.
Nah, I hope not.
That's what
I
it
hope not.
is. That's why you're here, dog.
I mean, like, you know what I mean? Like, even more than the art, man, like the people, we need you, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Exactly.
and so it's like, we got to make sure that, you stay and your energy stays on this earth so that, you know what I mean? We can feed off that. So you already know what that is, man. So, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I appreciate that, man. I definitely appreciate that for real. Y'all appreciate both of y'all. Like, I haven't really done any. This is the first interview I've done, and I like when that happened. I didn't really want to tell nobody. I really didn't know how to say anything about it. I
Yeah.
was just like, yeah, I just stayed to myself about it until I was ready.
I wanted to ask you about that because some folks are all about sharing on the socials, regardless of whatever. They just share everything, right?
Yeah.
But not everyone shares everything on socials, as you know. Like so socials are curated, right?
Hmm.
That decision to share that was that. I mean, did it take you a minute, to come to that decision, or did you know you were going to share it?
Yo, it took months. Like it took months for me to share that. Like I remember I was in the then I had to do rehab physical therapy in a
Mm-hmm.
in a um in a retirement home facility, like an old folks home. Imagine being the youngest person at the old folks home. You know what
Oh
I'm saying? And
man.
you wouldn't and I gotta walk in a wheelchair. I was just like, I had my phone and I made a post and I think I had put the post up. It was like I want to say this was maybe in August or maybe probably August, early August. I made a post and I think I left it up for like maybe 5 minutes, and it had like 600, 700 like likes and all this shit. And I
Mm,
just took that shit down because I wasn't ready for it.
yeah.
I was like, nah, I don't want nobody to see me like this and shit. I look bad. I was
Real.
like 100. I was 120 pounds. I was like, nah. Mm-mm. I don't want nobody to see me like I was 120 pounds. It was a picture I had in my phone. I had posted it, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna take this shit down. So I took it down, and I just didn't get back on the socials for a minute. Cause yeah, some
Yeah.
people they'd be like, yo, some people be like, oh man, you know, um, I skinned my knee. I'm in the hospital. Pray for me. I'm like, I ain't want to be
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not one of those people. I'm a private person. You can't share every damn thing.
Real.
Yeah.
And when as artists, I mean,
Mhm.
both of you artists, that decision to make about what you're going to share on socials. Obviously, most artists that we know, they share, the work, the records, the content, anything related to the craft. And I mean, it may be generational, or it may be, just depending on the person that you came up as. But not all artists share, their entire lives on socials. And I think it takes a lot, and I commend you for sharing that, because I think that takes a lot. I think that I'd be the same way as you, like just not sharing that, you know what I mean, until I was better, and then
Yeah.
maybe sharing it after the fact. So I can totally relate to you, having to wrestle with that. Bozak, have you ever shared anything like that on socials?
I mean, I had a heart attack. I almost died in 2019. I don't know if you saw that, but I actually had
Yes.
in 2019. Um,
Yes.
Same situation because like there's a whole bunch of different factors in what happened with me, but I I didn't know what I went through was a heart attack. Um, like until I actually went to the hospital and got it checked out. I thought it was heartburn. I mean, like you see heart attacks in the movies and shit, and it looks like this huge, crippling, like unbearable pain that happens in your chest. So honestly, when I got it, I thought it was heartburn. I went into
Mm,
a nap, like you know what I mean. When I got that shit, and I was just like, I'm just gonna take a. I took I took some heartburn medicine, and then I took an Advil and went to sleep. Right.
Right. Right.
Um, and then my homegirl actually called me and was just like, "Yo, you know what I mean? Like, what's going on?" And I told her what happened. It's just like, "Yo, let's go to the hospital. I mean, like, it's better safe than sorry."
Yeah.
Like, I went to, and so I went, and then like, I'll be honest, I was like, I didn't want to go to the hospital because I didn't want to stay in the hospital all night, dealing with this, because I mean, like, wait times can be long. You know what I mean? When it's a non-threatening, and I didn't think it was life-threatening, so I thought it
Right.
was just some bullshit. So, um, and then I went to, like, and yo, when we went, we didn't even go to the hospital first. We went for bubble tea. And,
Of course you did.
and then they told me what I went through, and I was just like, okay, you know what I mean? And literally, so I had the heart attack at 4. Took a nap, hung out. I didn't get to the hospital till midnight, right? And but I had the operation, so I had to get a stent. That's what that is. So what it is like it's kind of like a little tube, but like a little wire tube that opens up the passageway, right? And by 7 a.m. I already had that shit. You know what I mean? And thank God for a healthcare system in Canada, because it's like that shit didn't cost me anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. I remember he told me that, and I was just like, damn. I think you told me something that I think you just had to pay for like an ambulance, like a ride or something, an ambulance ride,
No, I didn't even I had to pay for
and it was
rehab.
cheap, but it was cheap though.
It was,
I was
yeah,
like, it was
it's,
like, I was like, it's what? It's like, I was like, how much? Like he didn't have to pay shit. Me? I'm like, yo, I'm
Break it
still
down,
paying this
man.
shit.
Break it down.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, I'm still paying this shit. And then like, it's just the prescriptions and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Luckily, like I was on like at least 8 or 9 prescriptions. Now I'm down to like 2. Like
hmm,
I'm hustling to get off this. Like they put you on like this stuff like Eliquis. I hate to say I had an AFib. Like it
yeah,
had like afterwards I had a good possibility of having a stroke.
yeah,
And it's like I fought my way off of that medicine. So I don't have to take that or anything like anymore.
yeah.
Damn.
You know?
Like, I'm
Yeah.
still on 9 pills a day. So I mean, like,
Damn.
Shit.
you know what I mean? But like I said, like, you know what I mean? Like, we have a great healthcare system. I'm pretty sure, like, our costs. I mean, my cost is still pretty high, but I mean, like, um, it's not compared to, like, so my dad actually had a scare with a heart attack too, right? It wasn't a
Oh,
heart attack, but he had to go get it checked. It's called an angiogram, right? Where they put
mm,
into your bloodstream, and then it could trace where, if there's a blockage, right?
Yeah.
My dad didn't have insurance. This shit would have cost him 40 grand US, right? That's 40. That's not even to see the operation. That's just the checking of seeing if you had a heart attack. You know what I
right.
mean?
Just the
So
exam.
I'm super, like, you know what I mean? I'm super adamant about, like I am an advocate for the Canadian healthcare system. You know
Oh
what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
you can't tell me shit. Like, you know what I mean? I'm here today because of that. You know what I mean? So I mean, like, you know what I mean? So it's like to this day, like I get super passionate when I talk about this shit. And so when I see like politicians trying to like privatize it, or trying to, like, you know decrease the funding on it, on all that shit, I'm like, fuck them. Like, you know what I mean? I'm like, get the motherfuckers out of here, because it's like, this is what gives us country and gives the people strength, right? So it's like, this is one of the greatest things that we have as a
Yeah.
country. You know what I mean? That makes us
Straight up.
unforgettable, in my personal opinion. So it's just like, why get rid of that? You know what I mean?
Real. Real.
So
So Jay, when you've got, okay, so let's just look at hospital bills. Do they get you, like, they put you on a monthly payment plan? How does that work?
Yeah, they put you in a monthly payment plan, all right. It's like you get bills, you get billed for shit. I'm like, when the fuck was I there? Like, when was I here in this
Yeah.
place? You get so many bills. Couple of things I got, like, a couple of things. I mean, luckily I have, what I'm saying, I have, like, some people don't have health care, but I have
Yeah.
it. But
Yeah.
still, so it helps out a lot. but I mean, it don't help out with everything.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
Luckily I can, I could get discounts on my prescriptions and everything like that. But a lot of people don't have that, and like, you have to, like, when you see people in the hospital, or like and they don't have it, and you just feel bad for them. You feel
Yeah.
bad. I'm like, man, it was many times I was like, damn, yo, hey, find me a Canadian chick. I need to get married, so I need to find me a Canadian woman. Like, yo,
You know what I
I'm
mean?
like, look, we know what we doing this for.
Yeah.
I need something, man, because I'm telling you, it's
Yeah, man.
crazy.
Yeah, man. So it's like so yeah, the medications is crazy, man. Like, yo, I know motherfuckers that have got like they got a broken leg since they were a teenager, and they're still paying for that shit. Like,
Yeah.
Damn.
yeah, it's crazy.
Damn.
And like, yo, when I posted up my story, or not even my story, my post about my condition in 2019, so many people in the comment section was just like, yo, I haven't been to a hospital or seen a doctor in like 10, 20 years, right? Because of the
That's
cost,
crazy.
right?
Yeah.
So it's like, can you imagine all of the illnesses and all the things that could have been prevented if y'all had, you know what I mean, a proper healthcare system that wasn't trying to gouge and trying to like take advantage of the people there. I mean, like,
It's
I
for
think
real.
Can you imagine, like, yeah, especially like, I don't know, if it was, I mean, just think how many people we could probably still have alive, like today, like, COVID and so many other things, diseases and everything. Like, yo, we have, if it was affordable, but it's not, and they trying to take everything away from us, like right now.
yeah,
Like, I
it's fucking
live in
crazy.
DC, so I'm
Yo,
like,
yeah,
Right.
what is going on in that country of yours, Jay?
yo, man, no comment. Like, every day, I'm like, damn, I'm like, yo, it's April. I'm like, every day is some bullshit. It's something. I'm like, I try not even turn on the news. It's so much shit that's going on here. Like, it's ridiculous. And I'm like, yo, well, this is what y'all wanted. This is who you wanted.
Yep, that's basically it.
I'm
Yo,
like,
every
I'm like, yo, he fucking with y'all now. He trying to make y'all like the 51st
yeah,
state. Shit, we need to be the 51st state. We ain't got statehood. Like, in DC, I'm like, we're
Yeah,
districts.
y'all ain't even a
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, I'm like, damn, I like Canada, like the 51st state. I like, yo, Canada is bigger than the United States. That's a big ass state.
state, man. Like, you know what I mean?
I like you. What about all the provinces? I'm like, what do you do? What are you talking about?
Like, we know that every place is different, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yo, honestly, man, like you up in Winnipeg, I'm up in Toronto. That is two completely different environments. Like,
Completely
Yeah,
different.
you know what I mean? So it's like, I mean, like, for you to be like just to lump it up in just the one state,
Yeah.
it's a big
that's not
ass
gonna work
state, yo. You
Nah.
wildin'. I'm like, yeah, you
out,
bugging.
you know? So, but I mean, like, I think like, in my personal opinion, I think it's like he wants the power and the resources. And so he's not really thinking it through. He's just thinking it like, you know what I mean? This would help out him and his country. And like, you know what I mean? But that he's not really thinking how it would work. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? Like, like, and we're like, yo, we're fired up. Like, I haven't seen an engine in it like this for Canadians
Oh yeah.
ever. Like, you know,
Yeah.
like honestly, it's like everybody that I know, I can't speak where you're at, but I mean, like, we're like, fuck all this Canadian shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we like
Real.
fuck Anna Green Gables, fuck all
Yeah.
that shit. Like, you know what I mean? This is
And
like
it's turned
everybody
around.
where I'm from, right? So it's like, but now it's just like, fuck out of here, elbows up.
Complete
Like, you know,
180.
like it's like we really have some pride now. And I'm fucking with it. I think it's a beautiful thing because it's like, yo, when we face adversity, it's like we got this. We've got it locked down. So I mean, like, so, you know what I mean? If one thing that I'm kind of glad that Donald Trump did is to, like, you know, unified our country the way he has. You know what I mean?
This is true. This is
So I
true.
mean, like, it's still fuck Donald Trump. Don't get me wrong,
All
but I
day.
like it's like, you know what I mean. I am very proud to see, you know, our country stepping up the way it has in the past 3 months, which is
You
crazy.
know,
So, fucking 3 months. Like, you know what I mean? So
Yeah, I'm like,
taking all that into consideration, the irony that I see is if I look at a relationship like y'all have, one Canadian, one American, very good relationship. And honestly, a good example of a lot of relationships that actually are happening between Canadians and Americans just in the industry. You know what I'm saying? Like we know that your politicians don't speak for you. You know what I mean? So
no.
we're always going to continue to maintain very good relationships with our American cousins because we're not holding, their president against you
Yeah.
no,
kind of thing. You know
like
what I mean?
like we all the same people. At least the good, like
Yeah.
the half of America that's like they feel the same way we do. Like, you know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like, I mean, like I kind of feel like if it say like, you know what I mean? And I was saying this to someone earlier. I was just like, yo, like I ain't trying to see fucking fighter jets flying above our city. You know what I mean? So it's like, so like, and you know what I mean? Like half the country of America feels the same way, where it's just like, so I mean, like, I kind of feel like, yo, if something were to go down, I kind of feel like, you know what I mean? You got our country plus half of your country, you know what I mean, on the same side. So it's like, it is what it is. Like, you know what I mean? I don't think that this would work out for them. You know what I mean? Plus everybody else too, because you know what I mean? Like, yo, Canada's part of the Commonwealth, right? So
Yeah, exactly.
so it's
We
like,
still have a king and shit.
yeah. So it's like, yo, we've got peoples, man. Like, you know what I mean? So we didn't get to where we are being fucking assholes to people. That's what it is, right? So, you know what I mean? With that said, I mean, like, that's got to count for something.
Jay, you spent a lot of time in Canada, and I'm sure you're going to spend a lot more time in Canada. You ever thought of, you know what I mean? Has the thought entered your mind at any
Of
point
leaving?
We talk about
of moving up here?
we always
Yo,
talk about that.
yo, dude, I'm like I took like we had a party a long time ago. Like, well, I'm an honorary Canadian. Anybody will tell you that. Like, man, I think about it all the time. Like, I just like maybe 2 weeks.
Oh, we lost him.
Do we? We'll get him back, I guess.
Yeah, it might just be his data because if he's in his whip,
Yeah.
weird data. But no, you bring up a great point that we're not going to be beholden to anybody. We are not. We're Canada. Like that's really all it comes down to. But I really think Jay should just move already because
We were saying that. I mean, like, I'm pretty sure it's a lot. It's easier said than done. But I mean,
yeah, that's the thing.
you know what I mean? But
Yeah, it
like,
is easier said than done.
got so much love up here that I believe that, you know what I mean? Like, if he were to move here, it would make the transition over here. He would fit right in, man. So I mean,
Oh yeah,
be a good look, man. So,
for real.
you know what I mean? Like, that's the reason why, like, you know what I mean? We're able to do this album because, like, all the songs that we did on Fire at the Philharmonic are songs that we had already previously recorded. Like, you know what I mean? He was sick the entire time, and really,
Yeah.
like, yo, we had 10 joints just like that. Like, you know what I mean? So
My shit went out. I'm back.
He's
Sorry
back.
about
He's
that.
back.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
What
Jay,
I missed?
he was just talking about how the album that y'all put together, you were sick throughout the entire time that you were putting it together. These are already joints you guys already had in the can.
Because I go like I've known Bozack we've known each other for
For
a
a
long
minute.
time. Like we were
uh,
label mates at first.
yeah,
Like
2017.
yeah, we were label mates. We met each other and like the first time I came up, I came to the live convention. Like shout out to like
Of
everybody.
course.
Yeah, shout out to the whole crew with live convention. And we would I was there. I was selling records like with my people. And like, we just hooked up from there. That's how I met everybody around that time. And like, I just kept coming back. But yeah, like, and like a lot of those songs are like songs that I started on and like we worked on stuff we worked on when I was there. There's a couple of songs I did like I did when I got out of hospital. Like the first song I did when I got out of hospital was Ain't Shit. Like
Yeah.
with the Future Wave joint. That was the first song I recorded.
Hot joint.
Yeah, thank you. Like,
Hot joint.
I recorded a couple of things And I remember when they told me that they was doing that, I was like, nah. I like for me, because I'm the type of person, I don't. It's like I do all kinds of shit for everybody. Like I just that's just me. I don't never expect anybody like to do anything for me. So I'm just like I'm still in awe about that shit. Like I'm still shocked like they would actually do something like that. Like for me, like everybody, like the people, everybody involved and everything is just like, yo, man, like I'm kind of speechless about it.
Yeah, man. Like it really just started. So when like I learned about Jay's condition kind of early. Like I think it was like April or May or something like that. Like early.
It had to be like
Um,
May.
yeah, yeah. Tristan told me about it. Right.
Yeah.
He called me up. So my homie Best Cap, he called me up and was just like, "Listen, just giving you a heads up. Jay's in the hospital right now." And told me the condition. He didn't tell me all the details at the time because I don't even think he had all the details because he's just hearing this secondhand.
Yeah.
And it's all happening in real time. So he didn't really have, like, all the information. All I knew that is that Jay either was in a coma or he is currently in a coma, right? And so he told me about it, and like immediately I'm like, like, what can we do? You know what I mean? So we were already doing some stuff. Like we had so the joints were Only for the Lonely Ones, and sorry, no, it was Crush Groove Kango, right?
Hey.
It already recorded that, and that was going to be our follow-up for like a start of the follow-up for Popular Mechanics, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I've already sat on it. So I'm already sitting on it. I already had these joints. And it was like, let me figure out. So I mean, at least what we could do is drop a like 12-inch or a single or like something. But then I reached out to everybody else. I reached out to Finn, and I reached out to Future Wave, and then they reached out to people, and it was just like, yo, sooner, like we had a whole album, right? And it was just like, yo, we were able to put it together, and it was just like, yo, everything just came. Not only did everybody was enthusiastic about it, you know what I mean? Everybody wanted to get involved. You know what I mean? I put the post up, and everybody wanted to hop on it. You know what I mean? I reached out to Opio. He was just like, say less. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Opio,
see, like,
legendary, Souls of Mischief. You know what I mean? He was just like, that's my guy.
yeah,
Say
see, everybody knows me. Like, yeah, me and we got songs together, and like to have like the unreleased right now, like to have I saw like I was like Opio, like O jumped on it.
Mhm.
Like I'm like, oh shit, and then like D Styles, like, we already had the album, and like D
Mhm.
did remix. It was
That
just
remix
like,
is sick.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's just crazy to me. It's just like, yo, like all of those everybody on that album, that's my brothers. Like I know all of them personally, individually, like all of them, we all have relationships. Like I tell you, like when it comes to Canada, Canada really looks out. Canada really like got my back. Like Toronto, like all like everywhere, everywhere in Canada, like everybody has my back on stuff, and I'm like, it's just like it was just shocking, man. Like I said, yeah, I'm still in shock. Like, and this is a dope ass album, and I really appreciate everybody for like just helping me with it, like
I got to
putting
shout
that out.
out B too, man, because I mean, like, he was just like, I want to do the cover, and that motherfucker is a beast. He is.
Yeah,
He's insane with it. Like, he's fucking insane. So the fact that I didn't have to reach out to him because I don't think I even really spoke to him too much prior to that. But he reached out to me and was like, "Yo, let me do the cover." And I was just like, "Yo, thank thank you, man. Like, yo, it's an honor. I'm glad to have you on board."
honored, yo. Thank you.
Yeah, so it was like none of this, like I didn't like there was no like resistance from anybody. Everybody wanted to, like, you know what I mean? They knew what it was, they knew the importance of it, and they wanted to contribute, and that's why we were able to do it. Like, you know what I mean? And you know what I mean? Like it was a real beautiful thing. Like it was a thing where it was just like, you know what? Like there's a lot of bullshit that happens in the world. This is one of those shining moments where it was just like, you know what, we gonna be all right. You know what I mean? Like,
Yes.
it
Yeah,
felt that way.
I
So
felt that way. I was like, man, I'm gonna be good. Like I got all my family and stuff. Like it's crazy. Like everybody like Wu Tang, like everybody like formed like Voltron on this. You know, it was just lit. Like it's like I said, it's just great and to have it like out now when people hit me up about it and people spinning it and playing it. Man, it's just
yeah,
like it's a great feeling. It's just surreal.
I wanted to wait until we did the interview for me to tell you how I feel about this record because I could have just immediately the first second I heard it, I could have hopped, on the DMs like, dog, what's going on? But I was like, nah, you know what? Let's just wait until this interview.
word.
And all I can say is
Dope, man. Thank you, man. Thank you.
Thank you, appreciate that.
This really was a project of love, man. It really was. You know what I mean?
and that's what, like, listening to it, that's something I kept, in the forefront of my mind. Like, yo, everyone came together to make this record for Jay, man. And
Yeah,
y'all knocked it out of the park for real. Damn.
Yo, shouts out to everybody. So like so OPO, Daniel's son, you know what I mean? A son, like these joints weren't previously recorded. Like their verses weren't previously recorded. They knew what they stepped up because they knew what was going on. And
Right.
they volunteered themselves. You know what I mean? So I mean, like
Nice.
to them because I mean, like that was, you know what I mean? Everybody that you hear and see on the album, it's like, yo, they did this out of love, man. And
yeah.
you know what I mean? So like, shouts to DJ John Doe, King Bliss, Lord
So
Juco.
Juco,
You know what I mean?
like there's so many people. Eddie Meeks.
Eddie Meeks.
Shout out to Ali, the herbalizer over
Yeah,
in
Yo, let me
UK
ask you
for the
about that
remix.
one. You gotta let me ask you about that one. When I saw his name, I went, hold up, they got Ali Tiba. How
yeah,
did that
Yeah.
come about?
Yo, I've known Ali for years. Like
Okay.
that's one of the things. I have like I have a big UK following. So I've known Ali. I've worked with Ali like behind the scenes on certain on stuff like from back in the day. So like I've known him for so long, him and Johnny. So like every time I go to the UK, I go get some we go drink some tea and we go through beats like every time. And like I didn't even know that he was doing a remix for it.
yeah. I reached
Like
out.
yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. I didn't know, and then I got a chance to thank him like a couple of weeks ago.
Like
You know.
I reached out. So basically, once I started to mobilize on this thing, like, I mean, like I had my joints, and then I spoke to Future Wave. I spoke to everybody that like you know what I mean, like he collabed with. You know what I mean? So everybody, like you name it. You know what I mean? I reached out to them, and you know what I mean. Ali hit me up and just like, you know what? I think I might have something for you. You know, and he cooked something up. I mean, I don't even think that remix even happened earlier. I think he was just like, you know what? Let me do this remix for this Jay Scienide project, and he took the time out, made it happen, and he sent it pretty quickly, I
He
think.
probably said it really quickly.
Yeah. So like, yo, he did his thing, man. So shouts out to Ali Tiba, man, and somebody
How
that
about Ali Tiba? Hell yeah.
because I
Yo,
mean, yo,
big up to Ali Tiba and Johnny Cuba.
yeah, John
And
Cuba,
like real like we got a record coming out with coming we got a record we got I did a couple of records with them. We got
Okay.
we got some real special shit coming out like probably like in the middle of the month. So
Okay.
that's it's gonna be really dope. So
and Johnny Cuba's album's available now too, man. So go check that shit out.
yeah,
Hey.
the wreckage.
Yeah, the wreckage. Um, yeah, and that the original version of that song, the Ali Tiba remix is on that.
Denmark Hill. That because
Okay. Okay.
that's the closest tube station to where Ali lives. So I'm always on Denmark Hill. So it's called Denmark Hill.
Nice.
But yo, shout out to them. We got a record coming out like I said, really soon on I think like Mr. Bongo.
Fire.
So
Okay.
yeah, so
Sick.
yo, look out for that.
I got a question for Bozak. When you're putting this project together, I can wrap my head around, gathering the troops and saying, "Yo, let's do this." But did you ever have a selfish moment where you're like, "Nah, nah, 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 I want to do this record by myself"?
I mean, I didn't have that much. Like I had like, so it started with Crush Groove Can Go, right? And Crush Groove Can Go was record. So we recorded those two songs at the same session. So Only for the
Okay.
Lonely Ones and Crush Groove Can Go.
Yeah, I
Crush
wrote
Groove
them shits on the spot. You wrote it right on the
written
spot.
on the spot, and we just recorded them on the spot, right? Crush Groove Can Go. We were going over people's time, so Jay was writing and recording, and I think we were like 15 minutes into the next, like the next person that rented out the studio
Oh,
is like, so we 15 minutes into their time, so he had to bang that shit out, right?
yeah.
And so it was just one verse. It didn't have a hook, didn't have anything, right? So it was just like, okay, that's 1.5 songs. So it's like, you know what I mean? Like, what can I do with that? Right? Like
Yeah.
1.5 songs. Ashes was supposed to be on Popular Mechanics, but I had lost the files.
Oh,
And so I didn't have the files anymore. The
okay.
original beat for Ashes was Streets Made Me an Offer, the Ty Ferris and my joint off Why Different, right? So we had to switch the beat up. So
Yeah.
new beat was brand new. So I had to remix it because the other beat had already been taken. And so that was 3. But I mean, like, at the end of the day, we only had, 3 joints. And like, like Jay can't come and record anymore. So it's like, like not in his current state. So it was just like,
Yeah.
let's reach out. Let's see what else is out there. I mean, like
Right.
if they have loose joints, loose tracks, anything, you know what I mean? I reached out there and I didn't. So at the beginning of this, we didn't know what it was yet. All right. Like, okay, this is what we have. And it just so happens that Jay did so much work while he was up here with so many people that everybody was sitting on music,
Had some vault shit. Nice.
Yeah.
So it was just like, yo, it just came together. And everybody, not only that, everybody not only had music, wanted to contribute to it. Right. So it was just like, it just came together. So like, you know what I mean? When it was formless at first, and then all of a sudden it started to, like, you know what I mean? Like manifest.
Started to take shape and form. Yeah.
Right. Exactly. Right. So it was just like, so yeah, it never crossed my mind that it was just like, yo, I didn't have a selfish moment. This was not for me. This is for Jay. You know what I mean? So, at the end of the day, it was just like, you know what I mean? And I would rather get this and get Jay right, and so that we can work on our own joint together. You know what I mean? That's to me, that's better than making it about myself. You know what I mean?
There
and
you go.
kind of like, nah, like, you know, this is about my guy, and we got to make sure that stays the goal. You know what I mean? So
Real.
yeah.
I hear that. How did the title come about? Because I've thought on the title, I've listened to the record how many times, and every single time I keep thinking about this title. I'm like, what did they mean? Fire at the Philharmonic. There's so many directions you can go in trying to figure out the title. So why don't y'all break down the title?
You want me to talk about it?
You talk about it.
Because I came about it. Okay, so I went to Germany in October, right? And we went to go see the orchestra at the Berlin Philharmonic. Now, I've never experienced anything like that. I don't usually go to classical shows, right?
Yeah.
But the sound in that place sounds like a fucking record. Like,
okay.
It doesn't like it. Like you've heard concerts before. This sounded like it was on a fucking record. Like I couldn't believe it. Like the way it's shaped, the way everything is all
acoustically
for sonic, everything to sound as good as it does. You know what I mean? Like, and so when I'm watching this shit, I'm like, yo, I wonder if any hip hop artist has done anything at a Philharmonic. You know what I mean? At a venue like this before, right? So that question popped up in my head, and I was just like, okay, you know what I mean? And so one thing led to the next. You know what I mean? Like, I was just like, yo, I was thinking different names. Fire at the Philharmonic, Death at the Philharmonic, Murder at the Philharmonic. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like, you know, we started
Yeah.
thinking all these different things. And it's just like, you know what I mean? And Jay was just like, nah, we're going with Fire. You know what I mean? So it's just like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, we're gonna go with that one. And then I presented that to RDRB, and he's the one that was just like what he thought and what he thought it meant, and his ideas for it and what, you know, his interpretation of it was. And it was like, you know what I mean? Like, one, like Jay could be the Fire at the Philharmonic, right?
Yeah.
That's one. Or Jay's performing and there's a fire at the Philharmonic, and he was just like,
Let's
you
keep
know,
it going.
let's keep it going. And that's kind of reflective of what he's going through. You know what I mean? So, I mean, like, there's a whole bunch of different interpretations for it. It got inspired by, you know, my experience in Berlin at the Berlin Philharmonic, and we just took it from there, pretty much. Yeah, man.
My first thought when I read the title was Fire at the Philharmonic. Okay, so the fire could be interpreted as the situation that occurred with Jay.
Yeah, yeah.
And
It's
it happened in the
like
Philharmonic, which is your, I mean, it's sound, it's music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
it's
then
like
what
to
happened
me,
was that.
Yeah.
I just wanted it. I just wanted the name to be big. Like it's like a call to action. Like
It
like
sounds
almost like a
epic.
Public Enemy title or something like
Yeah,
that.
it
Like
sounds
Black
very
Hill and
epic.
Our Chaos. I
Totally.
just wanted it to be like a call to action. Like yo, I'm still here. I'm here. Like let's go. Like Fire at the Philharmonic. Like I wanted to like just be blazing like my art and stuff like that. Like I wanted like I wanted you to hear that name and see that name and just like yo, like I'm here. Like you know I'm here. Like I'm here. I understand the assignment. So that's why that's how I saw it when I heard when like Bozak brought that to my attention. I was like, yeah, we gonna call it this.
Yeah, yeah. Like I like the fact that everybody has their, you know what I mean? Like it's like Jules in Pulp Fiction trying to explain the and I kind of think that's kind of ill that everybody had different, you know what I mean? Like the different symbolism for everything, and that's kind of dope, man. I like people like really thinking about that type of shit.
Oh yeah, and when it comes to art, I mean, art is subjective, right? And
Mm.
people always take something. The next man, the next woman's gonna take something differently from the same piece of art that you consumed.
Yeah, exactly.
That's just the nature of the game. But it's a damn good title. It's very epic, and I felt like it was you trying to say, "I ain't done yet, motherfuckers."
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I'm not.
yeah. Nah,
I'm not by a
nah.
long
Right?
shot.
All of us. I mean, like we ain't even hit our stride yet, man. Like, you know what I
I'm
mean?
saying.
Like fuck,
At
man.
all.
Like shit we got lined up, man, is gonna be crazy.
Okay, so when are you moving, Jay?
Yo, as soon like I'm saying, as soon as possible. Like I'll probably be back up there soon. Like to maybe shoot some footage, visuals for like for the album. But yo, I'm telling you, man, I'm like it's really been on it's been on my mind for a while, for a long time.
Hmm.
It's funny because I've heard American homies say, oh man, I should just move up there. You know what I
I
mean?
mean,
But then
especially like what we just talked about earlier. Every time,
yeah,
every time this dude get elected, everybody want to move to Canada. We all want to get the fuck out of here.
well, it's interesting because I don't know if y'all heard about those 4 Yale profs that left Yale and moved up
Hmm.
to Canada to get
Yeah,
jobs up here because they're like, now fuck that. Like 4 profs from Yale said, fuck that.
Mm.
I'm done. I'm moving to Canada. I think they got jobs in Toronto
yeah.
at one of the schools there.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you look at something like that, and because of the impetus that causes someone to say, I can't anymore, it got me thinking to all the American homies that I know. They're like, I should just move up there. You know what I mean? Like, but then the reality of it is like you can't expect half the country to leave just because of You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's still your country. Like I'm sure there's people still want to fight for it. You know what I mean?
I mean, like, and you should, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like honestly, like I love America, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like I think America is a beautiful place, man. Like,
Yeah.
and like the people
Straight
there,
up.
like, you know what I mean? Like,
There's good people. Hell yeah.
so I mean, like, but I mean, like, you know, like it's definitely worth fighting for. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? Like, I really hope people do. I mean, like, I really feel like there's a lot of apathy in a lot of the
Yeah.
American people right now.
Yeah.
And it's real easy to fall into that apathetic mind state that, yo, this shit is, I'm done. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I
Yeah.
can't do it anymore. And you know what I mean? Like, let's keep it on it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yo, there's a lot of shit, a lot of bullshit that's been happening even before Donald Trump. You know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah. Yeah.
You know? But I think that you know what I mean, at the end of it all, like knowing where, you know what I mean, what it could be, I still think that it's worth fighting for, and I think that motherfuckers need to be more aggressive about that shit. Like, you know what I
You
mean?
have to be.
I
You
think
have
that
to
you
be.
can win that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? And it's like, and you're starting to see it. You know what I mean? You are starting to see it. You know what I mean? And I'm just hoping that this is like just the beginning. Like, you know what I mean? And you know what I mean? Like, you already know that everybody else from around the world is rooting for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's like, yo, not just Canada, not like everywhere. You know what I mean?
Everywhere. Everybody is.
You
Yeah.
know? So it's like, but they feel the same way as I do right now. What I'm saying is that America is a beautiful place. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And
Yeah.
and a lot of the people aren't fucking with what's going on right now, and therefore, like, we on their side, and we rooting for them. You know what I mean? So, and you know, so it is. That's just what it is. So I'm hoping if anybody hears this shit, it's like, yeah, you know what I mean? It's go time. You know what I mean?
Jay, do you feel that apathy around you?
Side. It's like, man, like I'm just totally like checked out. Like
Yeah.
living in DC, you see this shit, you see this bullshit like
Yeah.
all the time. Like
I'm
being here,
saying.
like when they being here, like when they stormed the Capitol and all this, you just see all this fucking bullshit, man. It's just like, yo, after a while, you can kind of get stagnated to it. I'm just like,
Yeah.
yo, I'm
Yeah.
just ready. I'm just checked out. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go and like kind of start somewhere else. I'm like, man, just I don't know. It's crazy. He's like, yo, yeah, he's like, yeah, like you say I love America, like how beautiful it is. It's beautiful, all the places. It's beautiful. I'm tired of this
This is
bullshit.
true too.
This shit is ridiculous, man. For real.
This is
I
I'm
mean,
true
like,
too.
man, it's
yeah,
the worst. It's
yeah.
like,
I mean,
and
like,
it's only like I say, it's only April, so ain't no telling. Yo, this I got a feeling it's gonna be a long summer.
yo, it's
Mm.
gonna get a lot worse before it gets better. I'll tell you that. I
Hell
mean, like,
yeah,
he dropped like tariffs on everybody.
Yeah.
He's
everybody.
like
Yeah.
Oprah, just giving tariffs to everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Straight up.
Like
Straight up.
today. You know what I mean? And it's
Yep.
like, with that said, it's like, it's not like you're not just gonna get, you know, like every single product that comes into America is gonna be fucking expensive now.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So with that said, it's like, yo, like, it's already bad that, like, you know what I mean? Like, yo, inflation fucked people up on the last few years, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna get worse, like, now, because I mean, like, he put in place all the things to
It's
make
good,
it worse.
yeah, and it's gonna get worse quick, like
Yeah.
fast.
It's not
Yeah.
already worse already, man.
It's
Like,
already worse already. Yeah, it's crazy.
Real talk. Real talk. But we're not gonna mire ourselves down in that. We're gonna stay positive. You know what I'm saying? We got this brand new record, Fire at the Harmonic,
yeah.
right? What have we got in terms of have we got a single that we're pushing specifically? A couple of singles we're pushing specifically.
I mean, we dropped the video for Chase the Sun.
Hey,
So, and you can check that. Is it on your YouTube?
It should be on YouTube tonight. I'm dropping
Okay.
it tonight. I've been just been busy, but I'm dropping it on the on YouTube tonight. But it
Okay.
was like you could only see it exclusively at first. Was on the Bandcamp,
on the
but I'm
bank
dropping it tonight.
DVR Bandcamp. So just
Dope.
Hmm.
put Jay Sinide's album on the Bandcamp, and you can see the video there.
Salute Finn for that one too. Yo, dope joint.
Yeah, that was
Damn.
crazy. I got joints, man.
No, you ain't front, man. This is a front to back listen. I was like, why do I have this feeling I'm not gonna have to fast forward past anything? And it just played right to the end. I'm like, okay, now we're just
Dope,
gonna put it on repeat.
dope. Yo, yeah, that's what we want, man. We want you to
That's
keep
what we wanted.
listening to it, man.
Yeah.
We going that's that's everything that I want to do, man. Like I don't put no fucking filler joints on anything, man. Like you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I don't believe in that.
No,
Everything's
there's no filler. There's no filler on there at all.
No, hell no.
if something's trash, I'm gonna be like, yo, I don't know if this should be on there. Like that's
Exactly.
if my name is on that shit. You know what I mean? Like,
I hear that.
like you know what I mean? Like I'm gonna fight for that. You know what I mean? So
As you should. Hell yeah.
I mean, like, this is what we do, man. Like, like this is how we move, man. So
Yeah,
Straight up, straight up. If it isn't already obvious, it's a dope record. Fire at the Philharmonic. It's available on Bandcamp. Jay just said the video will be dropping on YouTube shortly. I can't recommend this album enough. You know what I'm saying? It is
nah.
honestly, the fire is real. This is that dope of a record. And if you don't get your hands on this, you're sleeping. And
Yeah,
I know Canada got love for Cyanide, man. I know Canada got love for
Yeah,
Cyanide.
man.
CD,
Right.
all available on the Bandcamp digital, and you can cop that shit, and the proceeds go to Jay's recovery, man. So
Exactly.
you already know what it is, man. So I mean, like you're doing it for a good cause, and you know what I mean, and you get a good product in return, man. So it's
Exactly.
like
It's a win-win all day.
I don't have everything yet, but I
It's
mean,
a straight win-win.
I did get
There it
the
is.
copies of the vinyl already.
Hey.
Oh, I haven't even
Nice.
seen that yet.
The vinyl is in hand, but I'm still waiting on a few things like the jackets and all of that. So I mean, like, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like everything's coming. But
Hell yeah.
just so you know, like, this, like we're not fucking around. Like, you know what I mean? So
It's beautiful.
These two don't play.
yes.
No.
These two don't
No.
play.
Yeah.
No, exactly, man. Like it's gonna be a good year. Like this is the set off right here. You setting it off with this one.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go. Fellas, you're always welcome in the lounge space. Thank you for spending time with us. Jay, obviously, so glad that you're here with us. You know
Me
what
too.
I'm saying? So glad. Bozack, you already know, brethren. You already know.
Yeah. I'll be back. I'm gonna be back this year. Like, you know,
Oh, you know.
Like, I mean, like, I got some things lined up, man. So you know what? I'm gonna be back this year. So I mean, like, you know what I mean? Just stay tuned. Keep it locked.
There you go. Thank you once again. Jay Scienide, Bozack Morris, Fire at the Philharmonic out now. Cop it. And make sure you follow both these on socials. Drop your socials for everyone so they know how to find you.
You go first, Bozack.
All right, yeah. Bozackula on Instagram. That is where I don't even know if I would say I'm most active, but that's definitely what I pay attention to the most. Twitter, I mean, like, or X. I don't really fuck with X anymore because it's that shit.
Yeah.
Yo, Elon Musk really turned that shit into like it used to be Boardwalk, and they turned that shit into fucking Baltic Avenue. Like, you know what I mean? Like that shit is
fast.
that shit is the motherfucking a third world country now, man. Like you really tore that shit down. Like what the fuck? I can't even. Like, I don't even like going on that shit. You know what I mean? So, but I mean, like, if you want to follow me on there, it's at Bozack Morris, one word on there. And yeah, Instagram, probably the best way to get at me. So that's at Bozackula, Bozackula. And you'll probably be able to see whatever I'm doing up there first. So that's what that is.
So you can catch me on Instagram at Jay Scienide. You can catch me on X. It's Jay Scienide You can catch me. Sometimes I might post on Facebook, but I'm like, it's the same thing like Jay Scienide, but I don't really do that. Mostly you can catch me anywhere. I'm always somewhere. You can catch me at Play the Record. Like shout out to Houston. You can catch me up at Alwyn's with Mercenary. You can catch me at like in Kensington Market. You can catch me anywhere. You can
Yes.
catch me, like I said, you can catch me at any of the Cosmos. You can catch me at the Live Convention. You can catch me at like
Yo, we need
on
to.
Spadina
Yo, you
eating
need to catch
Chinese food.
Winnipeg, man. That's really what it is.
Yeah, we need to go to Winnipeg. You can catch me in
Real.
Montreal. Shout out to Wallapie and like Doc Mad. You can catch me anywhere. Yo, I'm all around here. Like you catch me. You
Real.
can catch me in the ends. I'm
Well,
here.
I mean, and I know Bozak knows this. I mean, the there are opportunities that are available to initiate you doing some Western shows, Jay.
Oh, word?
Just talk to your man Bozak over here about some grants.
Man,
Oh,
I don't have
We
a
yo,
can
yeah,
fucking.
make
it is.
shit
Yo,
pop.
that is right. Yo, y'all big. Y'all big with the grants.
Yeah,
Yeah,
So,
y'all can make
yo,
it shit pop.
we hold the
yo,
artists down. I haven't had any luck with it yet, man. So I don't want
Mm,
to get anyone hopes up. But I mean, like, I think that Winnipeg would be a definitely fly spot to visit because I know they got some
I think so.
people out there that love hip hop. So
Yep,
y'all got records.
definitely.
Is some records out there? Y'all got record
Oh
stores
yeah.
out there?
Oh yeah.
shit,
I'm with it.
We got Into the Music. We got vintage vinyl.
dog.
Definitely.
Cause you know,
Definitely
like I
records.
produce too, so we both, me and Bozak, we both diggers. So
I know
you
this.
know how
I
that
know
go.
this.
You know how
Dog,
that go.
dog. I mean, like, you know what I mean? Like, yo, we'll talk more about that in person, man. Like,
Yes, for sure.
like
Hell yeah.
we've I haven't because I haven't been to Winnipeg yet, but I know my guys have all fucking
Yes.
came up on some shit. Like,
Jack's played it enough times still.
yeah, exactly. He's told me about some of the things that he's copped some gems, man. So I mean,
Yeah,
like,
man.
shit, you know what I mean?
Straight
Like,
up. Straight up.
so,
Okay, I need to come up there. I need to come up there, man.
All right, we need to
Definitely.
talk then. We need to talk, fellas.
Yeah,
absolutely.
holler at me, yo. Hey, holler at me anytime, man.
All right, there you go. Thank you once again. Bozack Morris, Jay Scienide, Fire at the Philharmonic. Cop it. We out. Peace.